What's going on, guys? So today I want to do a video on a deck that could very well be my favorite deck I've ever made. And let's go take a look and I'll show you why. So primarily it's an Eros lock deck, and ever since I got a hold of this Eros card, I've been loving it. And comboing with Statue of Liberty has been a lot of fun for me. But since I started playing this game, I've always been fascinated with lock decks that lock my opponent's cards specifically. And it's tough to make that deck viable. It's easy to overlock their hand, and then they unlock all their cards. And just making it a viable deck has been tough. But this deck, for some reason, has been very consistent. I think I probably played 7 games with it, and I think I've only lost 1 that I can think of. So this deck's been very consistent for a lock deck, which I didn't think was possible. So let's take a look at the deck. Like I said, we do have the Eros combo, which is going to give any cards that have 2 of exactly of an album plus 20 until played. And then we also have the Statue of Liberty, which is going to do a 6/6 deck, giving them 21 until played. So we do have 6 history cards, and then we have 6 of the Life on Land cards. And then everything else is going to be 2/2/2. So pretty much all our cards in our deck are going to get either a plus 20 or plus 21 buff. So pretty nice there. We have other cards we've included, such as Flying Dutch, going to give a nice buff when we're behind. Christmas Truce is a really neat card for this deck. So when played, all cards in both players' hands lose 40 this turn. And then it's going to buff a random card in my hand and my opponent's hand plus 120 for next turn. But what's great about this deck is a lot of times my opponent's cards in hand are going to be locked. So he'll get the buff, but he won't be able to play it next turn, whereas I will get the buff, and a lot of times I can still play my cards. So very neat, and it happens a lot more than you'd think. I feel like I've pulled that off successfully now numerous times out of those 7 games, which is really neat. Multiple times in the same game sometimes. We have Zengdi Emperor is going to be our one chance to unlock if we accidentally lock one of our cards permanently, and that would be through Indigo Milk Cap, which says when drawn, gain plus 25 until it's returned to your deck. But then if it's on or before round 2 of 2, a random card in both players' hands lock permanently. So sometimes I'll accidentally lock a card in my hand that I really want, so I'll play Zengdi to unlock it. But the goal is that we're holding on to Common Spotted Cuscu, and the idea is we want that card to be the card that gets locked most of the time by Indigo, and we don't care. We're just going to let it sit there. Other than that, we wouldn't care if Yellow Jacket also got locked, as long as it's sitting there, still affecting our opponent. Other cards we have, we did somewhat of an Unruly Rulers theme with Charlemagne's going to give, this requires 3 Unruly Ruler cards, and then our cards, wherever they are, gain that plus 6 permanently. We have Joanna of Castile. So as Christmas Truce is debuffing our opponent, we could go down to 0, but it doesn't matter. As long as we have permanent power on the board, such as from Joanna of Castile, we're still going to get power, but they might not. If they're only playing, low power turns, we could still get a pretty good turn, and they do not. I've noticed that with this deck a couple times as well. So I've got Tungsten in the deck as well, giving us that plus 14 power permanently. Other permanent power you get, like I said, from Indigo Milk Cap. And I think that's it for my permanent. It's very just light on the permanent power, just trying to get a little bit. Oh, and Spotted Couscous, of course. Other than that, we have other cards that lock, such as Venus Flytrap's going to lock an opponent's card. Praying Mantis has the option to lock 2 cards of our opponents if we're losing the round. Night Attack's going to be our little extra oomph we need some rounds to get us over the top, so plus 23 on the round. We've got Bobbit Worm, just a meta card that's going to knock down those Planet X decks and Dark Web decks, so we have a chance. Calypso, again, just locking our opponent's cards out. And Testudo Formation, again, going to be a nice buff that we need to get us over the top on specific rounds. We've got Cockatrice is also going to lock an opponent's card for 3 turns. So that's the deck. Super fun deck, though, guys. If you like it, all this locking theme, I always suggest trying it out at least. You might really enjoy it. So let us go see if Hans wants to play a game. Just picking somebody here at random. There we go. We got a game, guys. Let's see if this deck can do work. Like I said, it's been doing fairly well, but I'll probably get skunked today just because I said I've been winning nonstop with it. So it's not a deck that steamrolls by any means. Every game that I've been winning has been like very close, typically down to the last turn of the last round. So it's not running away with games, but it is still winning. It's keeping up with better decks, I would say, which is kind of the goal with this deck, is just keep up with the opponent. Let's give him a nice hello. All right, well, here we go. So I want to get Praying Mantis back so we can draw it in hopefully round 3 or round 2. I prefer it in round 2, but we don't have a lot to play right now, so let's get it to where we'll draw it in round 3 at least. Kind of sucks I have to play Joanna of Castile there. Didn't really want to, but that's okay. It's going to be a slow first turn, it looks like. All right, opponent's got a Statue of Liberty with some cephalopods. We do have a card locked out, so we just permanently locked one of his Oceans and Seas. Hopefully it's one of his really important ones that he really needed. That would be nice. We locked out Zhangdi Emperor permanently, which is fine. The only reason we had that card in the deck is really to unlock a card that we didn't want locked. So it being locked, that's perfectly fine. I don't mind that at all. Not the end of the world. Right, we're going to get our Flying Dutch online. Let's see if this catches us up this round. Looks like a little bit. Yeah. Not too terribly behind. We have a chance. Just really fun to see your opponent's cards getting locked up and not being able to do anything. There, he's got 3 cards locked right now. So that's going to give us a good shot to win this round now, him only playing 2 cards. So let's see here. We're not putting crazy power down, but we also haven't hit our Statue of Liberty yet. All these cards will get a little bit bigger. So he's going to take round 1, which is fine. So this deck's more late game anyway, as our buffs start triggering. He doesn't like that Bobbit Worm here. And Zhangdi's our only card in here over 50. And obviously just because we had to have that card in this deck. So I typically don't like to give cards that can buff Dark Web. But in this case, I had to make an exception. All right, we got our Night Attack online, which is great. There's our Christmas Truce. Let's go ahead and drop it. So hopefully it targets his Oceans and Seas cards there. That's permanently locked. And I'm hoping... So ours is probably going to hit... Ours might even get locked too, which is fine. Nope, we got our Cusco. So we could play it, but that's another card that it's like, do you want to play it with Christmas Truce? Debatable. We might play it, though. We got plus 34, so we would still be positive. It's going to give us a good chance to win as well. Yeah. I think I want to do Cockatrice here. I want to get that 3-turn lock on him. All right, we got a good shot here, I think. Hopefully he locks Paleontology card there. Come on. Let's see the lock. There we go. Nice. Let's just take the options away from him here. There's our Praying Mantis coming in clutch. Come on, lock 2 for me. Oh, he picked the same 2 that were already locked. Come on. At least it would have been nice if it picked 1 new card. Then we would probably had a really good shot to win this round. I think we still do have a good shot to win this round. I'm actually going to get it up here so I draw it round 2 so it stays locked a little longer. All right, looks like we got it. Let's give him a thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Again, I've never had a lock deck like this that can keep up with meta decks. So this is really exciting for me that I finally have a deck that I'm probably going to be playing this deck all the time. It has been a treat to play this deck. I'm not going to lie to you guys. If you guys even remotely like this lock theme, this is the best I've found. Interesting decision here. I really don't want to play Joanna here because I'm probably going to lose this round or this turn. And if I hold Dutch, I do have well, one of these cards is going to get locked then by Indigo. Oh, shit, maybe I just don't play Indigo then. Maybe I just do Eros by herself. And we can get Dutch down next turn. Try to get Joanna online. Yeah, we probably still won't win the round or the turn, but... It's just an awkward hand there for me. Because I don't want those cards getting locked. And I really want Joanna to get online. So maybe we get it here. It's still pretty... Yeah, it's still probably won't get it. Let's do it like this. Yeah, dang it. Really wanted to get that buff there. Would have been nice if we had locked out Colossal Squid, the card that's buffing all his Oceans cards. Wondering what we did lock. Maybe Flapjack? Did we see Flapjack? Let me see here. Yeah, we did see Flapjack. I wonder which squid that is. Maybe that's Mimic Octopus. So we're probably losing this round here, which is fine. Let's just get these cards, get Bobbit Worm triggering, start debuffing so we have a better chance when we draw our Testudo next round. Oh, got my kids going nuts in there now. Jesus. All right, there's our Night Attack. Got our Statue of Liberty buff. Looking good. All right, little lead. Oh, it buffed a card we didn't want it to buff again. It's the only thing with Christmas Truce. Sometimes you get lucky and it buffs the card you really want it to buff, but it seems rare. Always seems to hit that one card in your deck that is locked. Which drives me crazy. All right, good turn from him there. So we might lose this. Very possible. Going to be down quite a bit here now. Just under 100. We did get Testudo buff, though, which is nice. That could help us here. Need a good draw. I would like to see... Man, it'd be nice to get Flying Dutch, but I don't think we will. I think we just played it pretty recently. Did get a good draw, though. We got Yellow Jacket, which is nice. Oh, we did lock 4 of his cards, too. So he is only going to be able to play that one card, so... That does kind of help us. So we're going to win this round. He ain't even bother playing a card now. Give him some sunglasses there. Heck yeah. Did overlock his hand, unfortunately, so... That perma-lock is now off. So that kind of stinks, but it is what it is. Another terrible... Man, this sequencing with Joanna and Flying Dutch on turn 1 is so awkward. This has probably been the worst sequencing I've had with this deck so far. Of course, the game I play with you guys. do this. I just don't want to get too far behind. We're not going to get that buff anyway, I don't think. So it keeps us somewhat in the game here for Flying Dutch next turn, hopefully. Hopefully we can draw something good with these 2 cards. Don't want to play Cusco right now and lose 26. All right, we got Bobbit. I'll take that. We are going to get Tungsten, so that's not terrible. Nice 389. That might catch us up. Let's see what he does. Oh, maybe not. He's still putting down some pretty good power here. So we did not catch up at all. He's got 2 cephalopods in his hand hanging out, so probably lost this one. But it is down to the final turn. Like I said, most of these games seem to go to the final turn. It's going to be up to my draw here, which was not the greatest. So probably going to be game. I think he got us, but it was close. Shoot him a good game. Almost got him with this crazy deck. Yeah, there's those cephalopods. Oh, it was giant squids what I locked out. Okay. I was wondering what card that was. All right, let's do one more. That was pretty close, but we just couldn't pull it together. Of course, I'm going to do a sweet deck that I've been winning all week with, and now I'm not going to win a single game with it. It's always how it goes. Yeah, if you guys definitely like lock decks, try this deck out. You will have a ton of fun, I promise. But as always, guys, if you do like the content, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button down on the bottom right. Channel's getting big. We're almost up to 300 subs already, guys. I'm really shocked. I didn't expect so many within the first few months of recording. So thank you guys for helping me out and hitting that subscribe button. And to those of you that have been using my referral codes that I put down in the description, thank you for that. I actually just hit 30 referrals, so I got a nice, I think it was 900 or 1,000 gems. So that was really nice to have. Kind of helps me get more cards for these videos. So appreciate that. To those of you that have been doing that for me. One of my buddies is like, if you hit 100 referrals, they should just make a card for you. So I'm gonna have to reach out to the makers of the game and say, hey, you know, this is the card I want you guys to make. It's gonna be, if you guys have seen my very first posted video, it's gonna be my Chevy Nova. So I want a Chevy Nova card. What do you guys think? It's gonna say 4 plays Nova. That's the card. 4 plays Nova. That would be pretty awesome. All right, looks like round 1's not going in our favor here. So opponent definitely going to win this one, I would say. But we tend to lose round 1. Not too concerned. Let's get our Bobbit Worm down. Dang, I probably should have played Night Attack last turn. Got it up in the right slot. Oh well. Now we're going to draw it on turn 2 of the round. Opponent played a Testudo there on turn 3, so probably a bot. But these bot decks have been real strong lately. Like, I don't know what it is, what they're doing, but man, they are hitting hard. All right, there's our Indigo, so I definitely want to get it down. Lock out an opponent's card here. I want to get Praying Mantis down here, so I draw it on the final turn of the round. Hopefully a clutch lockout. Wonder if that's going to be enough. He's got 2 cards down. Could be. Maybe Maybe Planet X and Sherman. Yep. Dang, we got it with Joanna there. Nice. I will take that plus 13 to the bank. And we locked out Zhang Di again instead of Cusco. No luck. But that's okay. Zhang Di, we don't mind locking out, like we said in the first game, but I feel like it is a lot better to have Cusco, the card that is locked out, in a pinch. All right. Doing good. I'm surprised he's got Dark Web and then Night Attack in that deck. That's kind of a strange build there. Dang, we drew our Testudo on turn 3. That is terrible draw. We don't want to play Cusco either. So, probably going to lose this. Yeah, I think we lost. Barely, but we lost. Unfortunate there that we drew Testudo. I really probably should have just played it anyway, but didn't want to risk losing, and then having played Testudo as well would have been really crippling. At least this way now, we're pretty sure we're going to win round 3. Not 100% sure, but pretty sure. Come on, Cockatrice. You need to lock one of those other cards. My locking right now is super unlucky, it seems like. There we go. That's a little bit better. He got a buff too with Heimdall. Wish my kids would stop screaming and hollering so loud in there. Here we go. We extended our lead a little bit. More permanent power. All right, let's get Mantis up here because I'd rather get it on round 2 or turn 2. I'm sorry. There we go. So we did take round 3 like we said. Let's get that Bobbit Worm trigger. That should help a lot. Did get our buff on our Cusco. So opponent got a buff on a card he can't play. Good for us. Ooh, he might get this. Plus 60. Yep, dang. I was really hoping to win that with Joanna. All right, let's see. So we got our Charlemagne buff. We drew Yellow Jacket, which is pretty sweet. So Yellow Jacket's going to help us here. There we go. All right, Statue of Liberty. So we got a good lead here. So we should be able to pull this through, I think. $2.99. He's got 2 cards locked. There we go. So we're going to go on to round 5. I'm liking this plus 80 power. This is why I kind of splashed the permanent power in this deck. You can see how it's really helping us now in these later rounds, this little plus 80 we have here on the side. So I might not have the most power with my turns, with my cards, but then we have this little extra kick we're getting. Ooh, nice knight attack draw there too. And we got Testudo, so we're looking pretty strong here. Dang, do I play Indigo? It's going to probably lock Flying Dutch on me though, which is a little awkward, so probably just do it like this instead. Keep getting Flying Dutch on turn 1. Ugh, it's killing me. Would have been nice to have it now. But if I'd have played Indigo, it would have locked it anyway, so what good would it have mattered? Might as well just held Indigo at that point. Ooh, 4 of his cards got locked there on the Mantis. So that's probably going to secure this game for us, because he's only going to play 1 card. He's going to get really behind now. And we're still going to be able to play 3 cards next turn. And he's getting dinged on by Bobbit. So yeah, I think this is going to be GG here. So as you can see, I mean, that was a meta deck we just played against with Planet X. It had all the bells and whistles, and yet we still pulled this through with this lock deck. So really neat deck here, I think. 391 or 386. Let's go 391. Oh, he's putting down the power, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Yeah. But, all right, guys, that's the deck. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is, like I said, this is by far probably one of my most favorite decks I've made so far in this game. So I hopefully you guys agree. And, again, thanks for watching, and hit that like button and that subscribe button down in the bottom right, guys. And we'll keep making videos for you. All right, guys.